Hey YouTube, how you doing everyone? Um, so I've got 100 subscribers and I'm pretty happy about that. So I thought I'd do a short vid to commemorate it, as well as a small talk that I read up just earlier today. I've actually managed to make some time for you guys, considering I've been so busy working. I mean, it's a Saturday and I still worked a full day's day of work today. I'm fairly knackered actually, but anyway, besides that. So I'm going to do a talk on perceptions we have about reality. Basically, it's just a quick summary about our perceptions and what we believe is reality and why we believe it, so on and so forth. So, okay, perceptions we have about reality. Our thoughts create reality. It's a statement. This statement is very true on multiple levels. For our reality is created by our own perceptions of what we think reality is, and thus we act on what we believe is true, and so in conclusion, the thought becomes the act, so the reality. And the thought is based on our reality. So if everyone's reality is unique, which we know is true, um, how is it that we act like we don't know this? This is a question I've posed myself before, and I often I'm think the reason I know this so much and so well is because my reality is very far and different from other people's. So I've been constantly reminded for my entire life that that realities are based in a person's mind, and that there's only like physical reality that actually exists to everyone. And even then, people still confuse their realities up with other people's. Anyway, so well, it's safe to say that this is the main reason for conflicts in relationships between people with bad communication come in a close second. So, if our perception of reality is different to everyone else's, it stands to reason that when your reality conflicts with another person's reality, it then breeds confusion and conflict. And then, of course, bad communication definitely plays a big part in the failing of a relationship after that. Alright, this is one of the reasons I spent so much time actually working on my articulation to become better at communicating to people, because frankly, I knew what I meant, but I didn't know what anyone else meant for a long time. So at first I learned to articulate what I wanted to know, and then I found out just how different other people's realities were from mine. And it gives me a great perspective. My mom constantly keeps saying, because she's learning a lot on Buddhism and the philosophy behind it and meditation, and she's like, I swear these monks want us to be autistic. um, Buddhism just teaches a lot of self-awareness and whatnot. Anyway, so other than that, I think it's good that everyone has different realities in their mind. I just wish people didn't jump on the emotion bandwagon straight away as much. I mean, what's the first thing we learned about roads? Stop, look, and listen. Yeah, I don't know if you guys do that in America or England or anywhere else, but in Australia, it's been a huge thing for years. It's basically what teaches kids. It's stop, look, listen. And then obviously you got look left, look right, look left again. But anyway, it's why don't people do this with their emotions? Why do they jump to the baddest conclusion? Because that means their emotions are just taking control. I mean, on the other side, you get people that let their logic take too much control and then they end up being overthinkers, which is what I used to do to myself a lot, which is actually why I got this tattoo. Oh my god, he has a tattoo. Ah. Anyway, the tattoo means strength alone, will alone, which refers to the balance of mind and heart. Yeah, be more corny. Um, And it's true because basically it reminds me that there's a balance between thinking and doing, feeling and perceiving, and all that jazz. I used to think way too much, so that was a good reminder. And my brother used to tell me it too. He used to go, Reece, you know what your problem is? You think too much and you don't do enough. And you know what? He was very true about that. But at the same time, he could think a bit more and do a little less. But he's pretty well balanced, I have to admit. He's quite head on his shoulders very well. Alright, well, if you can tell I'm excited, it's because I'm working my ass off and I'm saved up a fair bit of money already, and I'm going to make it to Thailand again. Yes, I'm going back. I'm going back to do my dive masters, and it is going to be brilliant. All right, so basically, dive masters. You're basically learning to take people down underwater and manage any risks and situations and take them good for a good dive. Basically, it's the first step to becoming an instructor, and that is where I'm going. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it a lot, and a lot of things have happened to me lately which have tried to sidetrack this desire to go and learn this course. By the way, the reason I'm going to Thailand is because it is more effectively cheaper to fly there, pay for the course, pay for my lodging, pay for my living expenses, and everything else, than it is simply to pay for the course in Australia. Yeah, I know, what the fuck. But that's alright because I get myself an adventure and it's going to cost me probably 3,000 or 4,000 less than it would doing it in Australia. That's over the whole thing because I'm going to Thailand to do my dive masters course with my rescue and CPR course. Then I'm coming back earning enough money to go again, and then I'm going to go do my instructors, which is a whole another basket of apples. Oh, it's gonna be tiring, intense, and a lot of fun. A lot of self-taught. Alright, so yeah, I've been through a lot lately, and this is why I came up to with perceptions of reality because I recently had a conflict with someone that I really enjoyed their company, and well, they didn't hear what I was saying. They were fixated on their own reality, and in the end, the truth was they didn't want to hear what I had to say. Some stuff that I said got through. I mean, I'm a pretty good communicator if I don't say so myself. Well, I do say so myself, but it's besides the point. Um, yeah, and so I felt that she heard some of the things I said, but she didn't hear the rest, and she didn't want to believe it. And it was really kind of messing me about a fair bit, knocking me for a too far. Well, I stopped, I relaxed, and I let it go, I let it happen. And then I listened and thought about it, and I realized that her reality just hasn't had those different influences that have been teaching her to think outside the box as much as she needed to. And well, that was it was I think it was good for her, but I think the strain of it destroyed most of the relationship, which is what I'm really kind of sad about because I really going to miss her a lot. But apart from that, I realized that it was not her. It wasn't a fault, of course, because fault doesn't exist. It's a figment of our imaginary, imaginary, imagination. Um, she simply just didn't have the experience that I had in the situation and words and understanding. It's funny. The saying I came up with a couple of years ago, which is listen for what people are trying to say, not what they're saying, really hits home for this situation because that is a hard lesson I learned about people is you got to listen for what they're saying, not what they're saying. If you don't understand the concept, I'll break it down. Basically, um, people communication is a tool, and just like every other tool, it can be used incorrectly or not perfectly. And because everyone's perception is different, it also means that the tool works differently to different people differently. Let's see, an example, my brothers and my best friend, when I talk to them, they really hear what I mean and say. This is also why it's a accepted norm that women get along with women and men get along with men, because women know what it feels like to be a woman, so they can communicate better with other women. Anyway, this isn't exactly, it's not true as often as it should be and as often as it's considered, but I think you're getting the point that it's a tool. It's used differently by every person, and so it's also needs to be interpreted based on the truths of that person. I guess that's how I'm able to listen to people a lot better than I noticed that a lot of people seem to. Also, I've got a really good personal motto, which is uh, I won't hate you because you hate me. I won't disrespect you because you disrespect me. And I won't love you just because you love me. Yeah, that last one's a good one too. Bit of a mind trip. Basically, it means it's up to me to make those decisions to be that way towards that person. I'm not going to just be reactive, because you don't have to be. I mean, half the time people expect me to be an asshole back when they're being real pains in the asses, but I just don't. And you know what? They find it difficult to deal with, but a lot of them start respecting me more for it. I found better conclusions when I've decided to be who I wanted to be in that situation instead of reacting to the way the person wanted me to be. What can I say? I like pushing boundaries. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this vid, and thank you for the 100 subscribers, as well as um, just enjoy life, because it's amazing that we're freaking alive. Alright, guys, I'm signing off, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you guys before I leave. If I don't, I might do a broadcast from Thailand while I'm there. Good on YouTube, you can do it anyway. And if I can, I will. I don't. I don't doubt I will. I don't think I can go a month and a half without doing one. I'm becoming addicted. I can see why people do YouTube clips on and on about things that don't matter as well now. Anyway, I'll see you guys soon.